Welcome to One Oar Boat.
Welcome back to One Oar Boat, and our episode's called Super Short. I'm back with Ann from Virginia Beach, Virginia, and we had just recorded an episode about how we got albums and when we got the albums and what the albums were about. But I think we're going to switch topics and talk about how we get our music now. Back in the day, I remember exchanging mixtapes or recording music off the radio to show your friends. I grew up with a show called King Biscuit Flower Hour. And
oh my gosh, I totally forgot about that.
Yeah. And you would hear live concerts from all over the world. You know, you would record them so that you could share them with your buddies the next day or on the school bus with your Walkman. I'm really interested in how do you think most people are getting new music today?
Well, I think most people are, getting it from iTunes or Spotify or Pandora or wherever.
Do you think the streaming services algorithms are randomly dropping new music into people's playlists who, like, let's say you primarily listen to the White Stripes. And so you got the White Stripes and you're like, dude, I'm really into this, stripped down punk rock, modern rock sound. And I listen to the White Stripes radio. Do you think the algorithm is going, dude, this new band from Detroit sounds like that. We're going to drop this track in the middle of his playlist?
Not for me.
Not for me either.
Yeah, I would assume that they would, but no.
It would be smart.
It would be smart. I mean, when I think about new music, it's either my stepdaughter, my young colleagues. And what's really crazy, do you remember Brooke and Colleen? Brooke always made me mixtapes, like in high school and college. Well, we still call it a mixtape. So he's really into music, and he twice a year gives me a CD that he has curated just for me.
That is so cool. Because he knows your taste, but he wants to broaden your reach. I find that most of the new music, I run a podcast. I don't know if you knew that.
No.
And lately, so over the past couple months, bands are reaching out to me and sharing their music, and that is awesome. And it's really crazy. It runs the gambit from punk rock to Zydeco. And it's just really weird what people want to share with you. And it's so cool because you're like, I go to New Orleans, but Zydeco is a background thing.
Correct.
It's not something that I really thought that, 20-year-old kids are like, I play the washboard. I'm like, I'm a guitarist. I play the washboard. Awesome. It's really crazy. But what I find out more and more is that I have a teenage daughter, and she watches TV. And so I sit and watch TV with her, and then we will pause something because I'm like, who is that band? Who is that?
Yes.
What is this track? And then so we go down this whole rabbit hole of who this band is and where they're from and what they're doing. Then we get back to the show. But I have actually reached out to bands before strictly because I heard them on Wreck-It Ralph or,
Oh, interesting.
Some vampire TV show.
And
so because I've never heard of them.
So speaking of movies and TV with music, have you seen the movie on Netflix called The Killer?
No.
It is.
Should I?
So yes, primarily because the whole movie is a Morrissey album.
You got me. Dude,
yeah.
How is that so?
All the background music, all the music in his head, it is Morrissey. And I'm impressed Morrissey even allowed that because he's such a internally based dude.
Yeah.
But it was distracting. I have no idea what that movie was about.
Did you watch maybe it was Hulu, maybe it was Apple TV, the Bear, where the guy is a chef and you're related to a chef.
Yep.
So
amazing soundtrack.
REM is on the Bear all the time.
Yep.
I think in the 2 or 3, 4 days that we binge watch each season.
Yeah, we
love that show.
Yep.
And I think I reached out to Michael Stipe like 3 times and was like, dude, I'm so proud of you. I'm so excited that you let this music be on TV.
I am too. It's great.
I'm like, because you never hear REM or Morrissey or the Smiths. I think I sent you a meme one day of The Simpsons, and it was everyone is melancholy or something like that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, right after that, I spent a whole work day with my headphones on and just played the Smiths radio. So, I mean, and I actually, my daughter walked in. She goes, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm being melancholy with Morrissey and the Smiths." She goes, "You need to stop that."
Well, she's probably right.
Yeah. So in the 90s, as cassettes were going away and CDs were coming into fashion, I would say, and taking over the scene, did people bring you mixed CDs then?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
I felt like that was a rich man's ploy, man. You had to have a dedicated CD burner.
Yep.
And for poor kids who are spending all their money on skateboards and vans, like me, I couldn't afford a burner for the longest time. I think I finally got my own personal burner as an adult when I bought a laptop.
Right.
Finally got a laptop that had a burner built in. And now laptops don't even have CDs in them. CD player.
I mean, what happened to all the music that we downloaded from our CDs onto our computers through iTunes when iTunes in the 90s, in the early O's?
Or that one that got sued, the free one.
Yeah. Maybe that's why I don't have that anymore.
I don't know. That brings up a topic that someone else was talking about the other day on Pinterest or Reddit, that you can buy into Apple TV and you can buy your favorite movie, whatever your movie is. But if the contract with Apple TV or Hulu or Netflix expires with that production company,
right,
that movie goes away. And even though you paid for it, you didn't own it. You just owned access to it. I know a kid who I bet you has 1 million movies.
Oh, wow.
On hard drive. That he has a server and he is archiving movies because he just doesn't trust people. So, but that's his thing too. I like movies and I want to go on travel, but bring my favorite movies with me, so, and he brings them in a portable little hard drive. That's crazy.
That is crazy. But that's all right.
But that's we're all kind of, we're talking about music during lunchtime.
Yes, we are.
Yeah. So we're a little crazy. I have a Walkman and I occasionally buy cassette tapes. I might make you a mixtape and send it to you in the mail.
Love it.
It'd be so funny because it would have, it would definitely have the Smiths on it, but it might have 9 Inch Nails too. You never know.
Very quickly, I was coming home late from work last night or the night before, and Joey Ramone was doing something on Sirius Radio, Darkwave.
I love him.
And he actually played Black Flag. And it made me so flipping happy.
I did an interview-ish kind of thing. So I would never call what we're doing interviews, just a discussion.
Yep.
With a band out of Brighton a couple weeks ago. And their lead guitarist had a Black Flag shirt on. And their drummer had a Ramones shirt on. And so I was like, oh, you're my people.
You definitely are people.
And they were 19 years old, So yeah, they were just kids. But, I felt very blessed to have them on my show. And then, I kind of bonded with them because of their fashion sense. Dude, have you enjoyed this?
I have absolutely enjoyed this. It's fun.
Thank you so much for spending some of your lunchtime with me.
Happy to do so.
I want to do it again sometime after Thanksgiving.
Sure. And now that we figured it out, I'll work on my laptop. Then I can be mobile.
I want to be mobile.
Mobile?
Maybe I could do a show from a guitar shop or something.
You should do that. That would be fun.
Yeah. I'm out of here.
Peace out.
Bye.
Bye.
Before we go, don't forget to subscribe to our podcast if you haven't already. And if you found value in what we shared today, please consider leaving us a review on your favorite podcast platform. Your feedback means the world to us and it helps others discover the show too. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions for future episodes, we'd love to hear from you. You can reach out to us on social media or through our website.